Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Rest of today's video. It's Saturday. On Saturdays, I do Cellar Saturday, where I drink something off the shelves behind me. Today's bittersweet, though, because it is my last Russian River beer. So it is what it is. This is Salvation. It's a dark ale, 9.5% ABV. It was bottled on November 28th, 2016. Which is my wedding anniversary, but a year later, because I got married in 2015. Salvation. Deliverance from the power or penalty of sin. Redemption. The agent or means that brings about such deliverance. Definition. Here's what they have to say about it. What's in a name? Apparently a lot. When a local restaurant expressed interest in putting one of our beers on their list, we gladly said yes. Herein lies the problem. When we attempted to deliver our only bottled beer at the time, Damnation, they refused to order, citing religious reasons. Oddly enough, they asked us to return with one of our other bottled products, such as Redemption, Sanctification, or the very beer inside this bottle, Salvation. We are assuming they will not be taking perdition either. Blasphemy. I was just more looking for some notes about the beer. This handcrafted ale is dark brown in color with notes of fruit and spice in both the aroma and flavor. Salvation is re-fermented in the bottle to create a fine carbonation. Spent yeast cells form a thin layer of sediment in the bottom of the bottle, adding more complexity and flavor. Pour slowly, allowing the natural sediment to remain in the bottle. All right. Coming up on 7 years old. I got the proper glassware. On the back it says to serve it in this kind of glass. Actually even more of a tulip than like a shaker glass. Even says it on the cap. I love that. Alright, let's get into it. Like I said, bittersweet. My last one. My last Russian River beer, period. If I'm being honest, I don't remember having this beer before. It might have been part of a flight I had when I was there. That is dark brown. Wow. There's a little bit of red down here. Nice, like dark khaki head. Super compact bubbles. Almost look like nitro. Some legs, some lacing. Yeah, looks beautiful. Let's get into the aroma. Caramel, toffee, little bit of molasses. Almost like a hint of, not full on smoke, but like a very light char? Actually, I don't know if this is bottled or barrel aged at all. Yeah, because I don't smell barrel, but yeah, it's got that charry thing, which is kind of interesting. Maybe some toasted malts or something would make sense. Sweet breads. Big fig. Did not mean to rhyme on purpose. I could see dates and raisins, but for me it's like way more figgy. The illusion of baking spices. This smells fantastic. Let's get into the glass. Cheers. That's nice. Wow. You know what? It kind of drinks like a quad, but doesn't have that Belgian-y thing, but it's got that plum juice thing that I really like in quads. You get that, like the illusion of the baking spices. You get the fig. You get this, I got on the aroma too, because I said sweet bread, which is there, but there's also kind of almost a savory bread. Is it rye or pumpernickel? Something kind of like that. In that realm. I'm in the ballpark, I'll put it that way. Not exactly there, but I'm in the ballpark. A little grapey. Yeah, grapey, plum. Some of that fig. A little bit of date. It's got the caramelized sugar. Some of that molasses. The most like the thinnest layer possible cacao powder, cocoa powder. This is nice. There's a good sweetness, and I'm saying savory. It's not salty. It's not soy saucy. but it's almost like the opposite of the sweetness. But it's not. I mean, there's a little bit of bitterness, but yeah, it's almost like a savory or on the road towards. We would use the word savory, but it's not fully there. The flavors are good. It's a little flat, very brown bread for sure. But anyway, probably a little bit past its prime, but it's not a huge letdown or anything like that. It's actually drinking really well, and I quite like what I'm tasting. But you can tell there's a little bit of a flatness to the beer, staleness, you know. So on me that I aged a little too long, but not by much. It's really good. Have you guys had this beer before? Have you had anything else from Russian River that wasn't, well, anything from Russian River? They're awesome. They make a lot of cool styles. Obviously, we talk about Pliny and, you know, the elder and the younger, but there's a lot of other really good styles that they crush. Have you had any of them? You ever been to the brewery? They have the best flight I've ever had, and probably the best flight to price point ratio for sure I've ever had. Anything at all you want to talk about? Doesn't matter. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.